Oops. Hi, everybody. Let me see if I can get the YouTube chat up here. Give me a second. Okay, give me a second. I don't know if there's anyone in the room, but... Okay, there we go. Sorry, you guys. We are officially live, and this is my first time going live on this specific computer, my new computer. Wait, I don't think that's the right one. But I want to see y'all's comments. I want to see y'all's comments when I do this reading, while I do this reading. So I don't know if it's... Okay, there we go. Okay, cool. Alright, so if you guys comment, I'll be able to see the comments live. I'm gonna have to make it bigger. Hold on, y'all, child. Let me change the screen around, you guys, because I see some comments. So let me go ahead and change the screen around. Sorry, you guys. There we go, child. Yes. Come on, technology, honey. Hi, Nikki. How are you? Thank you for being here, Nikki. I am here to do a reading on... Let the techie gods be with me, child. Yes, I'm here to do a reading on... So good morning, you guys. Happy Friday, I think today is. Today's Friday. I hope you all are doing well. I hope you all are thriving and having an amazing day. I'm here to do a reading on Dan Schneider, child. I don't know if you guys watched the Quiet on Set situation, the Quiet on Set documentary about the Nickelodeon drama, child. I know this is like a few weeks late, but I've been so busy with clients that I'm just now getting to this topic. The whole Dan Schneider situation, child, is absolutely crazy. Of course, you know, we had the Quiet on Set documentary that came out not too long ago, which was pretty good. I watched it. I think there were like 3 parts. I think I only watched like maybe the first part, maybe the first or second part. But it's now come out actually that Dan Schneider is suing the producers of the documentary. So I want to see basically what's going to be the outcome of this situation with Dan Schneider. So, thank you all for being here. Welcome to my live stream. I hope you all are doing well. You saw part 1, you heard part 2. Let me put on my glasses, child. You saw part 1 and heard part 2 wasn't worth it. Yeah, now was part 2 the one? Should we actually do, like, let's actually talk about the documentary really quickly, because first of all, I haven't been live with you all in so long, and it's early in the morning, and I feel like we kind of have some things to catch up on. Let's kind of touch on the documentary first of all. Your reading is coming out. Perfect timing. Dan is. Wait, what reading? What reading is coming out? Good morning. Hi, Michelle. Hi, Mila. Thank you all for being here. So, first of all, for those of you that did see the documentary, what did you think about the documentary, about the Quiet on Set documentary? I thought it was really good. Like Nikki, I think I just saw part 1. I didn't see part 2. I don't know if part 2 was the one with Drake, but whatever the one with Drake was, I didn't see that one. I just saw part 1. I thought it was good. I mean, I thought that I would have liked to hear more from different people from the cast, from like the different shows that Dan Schneider was a part of. I thought it was interesting that they chose the specific cast members that they chose. Um, One, I know that there were like 2 black actors that were on all that. I found it interesting because they even said in the documentary, they were like, you know, they never really had much interaction with Dan, or not much like issues with Dan. I guess because, I don't know, Dan maybe like is Let me choose my words carefully. I don't know if Dan like is someone that doesn't necessarily gravitate towards black people as much, maybe, for example, or what that was about. So I would have liked to hear more of a well-rounded like perspective of, like from different like cast members. You live for seeing Tracy. Yeah, there were 5 episodes. You didn't know there were 5 episodes. I didn't know there were 5 episodes. Hi, Peach. You love my glasses? Yeah, thank you. Yeah, these are my reading glasses, child. But yeah, I think Tracy's son was a part of it. Of course, you guys know my whole situation with Tracy. I don't watch her channel anymore. I don't, I'm no longer subscribed to her. I haven't been subscribed to her for weeks now, so I don't know what's all going on with her. We're not going to talk about her on this channel. But I do believe she was a part of the documentary. Her son was on all that. But I would have liked to hear, like, more, like, I would have liked, but of course I also understand that at the same time, you have to be willing to participate and you have to be willing to tell your story. And I think this is something that they also mentioned in the documentary, was that like there weren't a lot of people who were willing or who felt confident enough to tell their stories. So it was just a lot. It was a very sad, I did grow up watching all that. I grew up loving Nickelodeon, so it was really sad to hear that, like, the work situations, and actually, because it's funny also because as a young child, I don't know about you all, but I always thought as a young child, like, oh, I would have loved to have been on all that, or I would have loved to have been on one of those, like, Disney shows or something like that. But then we find out years later that, maybe not so much, actually. Maybe that's not the case. I thought it was part of the shift of exposing the behind the scenes culture of abused children. Exactly, Nikki, and that's what it was about. Be exposing the culture of abuse behind the scenes, but also exposing the culture of like abusing children for like work culture purposes or work wise. Like it's interesting as a child to be a working, like, one thing I remember someone saying in the documentary was they felt like they had to work to get their family or something like that up out of the hood. So it's like it's interesting to like have your child put in that position, like, like think of the what you go through, when you go to work and when we go to work. Well, I'm working right now, but when you go to work, like, think of the stress you deal with your coworkers and like your supervisors and your higher ups, and like imagine all that, like, and the politics of it all. But imagine being like 13 and dealing with that, or like 11. I would not want the stress of dealing with any of that at 11 or 13. I was perfectly happy. Now in hindsight, I was perfectly happy and when I was in my best position watching these shows from the safety of my bedroom, is what I've learned, right? So it's a very sad situation, but we do wish those who participated in the documentary and who were a part of just, the culture of Nickelodeon at that time, we do wish them love and light. I hope Amanda Bynes is okay. Oh my god, yeah. That's something also, too. Let's talk about Amanda. I have so much to say about Amanda. I hope Amanda Bynes is okay. The casting couch existed even for the kids. Yeah. Oh, even Michael Jackson. Did you see my Michael Jackson past life reading? Because I touched on that, actually. I wonder if Disney Channel will face the same reckoning. That's actually a good question. Cool Bean says, last I heard of Amanda Bynes, she was trying to get her nail tech license. Really? Well, let's talk about Amanda. So I grew up loving the Amanda show, but I always thought it was kind of weird. Like, I'm not gonna lie to you all, like, even as a kid, like, there were just some segments of the Amanda show that I thought were just, like, I didn't get the joke. Like, it was more so, like, the absurdity of it all. But, like, the jokes didn't sometimes land for me as a kid. Now, in hindsight, Do you guys remember the clip they showed of Amanda Bynes in the hot tub, and then like what's his name, Dan Schneider was in the hot tub with her fully clothed. Meanwhile, she's in like a bikini, and she's, how old was she, like 16 or younger? Like, what was that about? Like, what was that whole segment about? Like, what was funny about that? Like, why are we in a hot tub? Why is this man fully clothed? Why is this man in a hot tub with this? There's just so much about it that was so weird. And then you look back as an adult and you're like, there's just a lot of uncomfortableness. Like, I also feel like, weren't there sketches also that kind of touched on like eating disorders too on the Amanda show? Or am I just imagining that? I don't know. I just feel like, and then like, do you guys remember the Amanda Show stalker, the Maha? Like, what was her name? Like, I feel like there was something problematic about her too, but I don't remember. There was just so many problematic things about the Amanda Show looking back, but it was like one of my favorite shows as a child, as a teen. Like the Dancing Lobsters, bring in the Dancing Lobsters. Like, what? Why Dancing Lobsters? Like, I don't know. It's just all weird. It's all weird, you know? I really felt she was thought she was equal to the grown men. Poor thing. That's an interesting take. She thought she was equal, but at the same time, those men made her feel that way. You know, they bigged her up to be that way. And then there were some interesting points in the documentary about Amanda. So apparently, Amanda Bynes had issues with her parents because Amanda was kind of like, she was, I guess, getting a little big for her britches, as they say. And it turns out that Dan Schneider, along with some other people at Nickelodeon, helped Amanda get emancipation from her parents at a young age or something like that. So it's just like, we get all this information and we look at the Amanda today, and it's like, it makes so much sense. It makes so much sense as to why the Amanda that we have today is acting and dealing with, what she's dealing with and how she's acting currently. Victorious came out when you were adult, older teen. Yeah, I didn't watch Victorious, but that show def had a lot of innuendos in it. It was more edgy than even the Amanda show. Really, because I thought the Amanda show was really edgy. Like, even now today, looking back, like, but then all that was really edgy too. There's just some weird things on Nickelodeon, and the stark difference between like Nickelodeon and this absurdist comedy type. Well, at least back then, I don't know how Nickelodeon is now, but this stark difference between like Nickelodeon and its like absurdist comedy of the past, and Disney Channel, who has always tried to like remain like this wholesome image, you know. But at the same time, we know Disney behind the scenes ain't all wholesome. So just the dichotomy of Nickelodeon and the Disney Channel is so interesting and weird, you know? Like the fact that Nickelodeon, I don't know if they're still this way, once again, someone in the comment section let me know. But the fact that they were so out there with their like uncomfortableness around children, right? It's just weird. Meanwhile, Disney, but I think maybe that's why Disney also has not really had like a Nickelodeon moment quite yet. Because there's not a lot for us to look through and to kind of like pin through when it comes to the Disney catalog. There's not a lot for us to like dissect the way there's so much to dissect, when it comes to Nickelodeon and just the absurdity of it all, child. So, all right, now that we've gotten that out of the way, I just wanted to talk briefly about the documentary. Since everyone else did, child, and I didn't get to talk about it. I want to see what's coming up for Dan Schneider. So, of course, the documentary comes out, and Dan Schneider now says that he is suing the producers of the documentary. So, I want to see what's coming up for the situation with Dan Schneider and him suing the producers of Quiet on Set. Let's go ahead and see. Probably have to rearrange some stuff, so let me do that real quick. Disney is a bit more on their P's and Q's, exactly. Victoria's had a lot of feet jokes. Jeanette McCurdy's story was heartbreaking. I loved her. That's one thing. Nickelodeon and feet. I like. It's just weird. Alright, give me a second to like rearrange some stuff here so we can get it crack-a-lackin'. I might have to forego the YouTube chat for now, but it's okay. Okay. Let me see if I can put the chat somewhere though on the screen. Oh, no, I couldn't do that, could I? No, I probably can't. Alright. Let's put the chat. First of all, let me just transition the screen. Sorry, y'all. I think we might be okay with the chat here, even though I cannot see it at all. I wish I could just elongate it, but I'd just like to see what y'all be saying, child. I guess Dan didn't like kids and workers airing him out. Right? Child. Well, let's see what's coming up for Dan Schneider. Let's see, child. Make sure you all like the video, subscribe, share. Thank you all for being here. I am available for personal readings. So if you would like a reading, definitely text me at 703-791-9162. Thank you for cleansing, clearing energy, protecting me, past reading in the name of the Mother, the Daughter, the Father, the Son, the Holy Ghost. In Jesus' name I pray and thank you. Amen, amen, and amen. Make sure you like, share, and subscribe. Follow me on my channel. And yes, visit my website to book your reading with me as well. I am available for readings. Let's see what's coming up for Dan Schneider after he has said that he's suing the producers of the Quiet on Set documentary. What's going to be the outcome of that? What's coming up for Dan Schneider? I don't usually come on early. Do you guys remember I used to do the morning shows? I don't know if those will come back. Maybe. Maybe we'll see. Different vibe. New year, new vibe, new computer, new technology. We're just not bothered by the past. We're moving on completely from the past, child. Not bothered. We're not giving any attention to the past. Because that's what the past wants. We're going to let the past starve in the abyss of no views. Now, what's coming up for Dan Schneider? Eight of Pentacles. So I definitely get the energy that he's got some things planned. He's getting his ducks lined in a row. Dan Schneider. I feel like he's also taken notes. He's taken his notes. I feel like there's also something where he has files. Like he has files. It's like he's taken notes. Oh, okay, no, like I don't know. It's like the energy is almost like he watched the documentary and was like, okay, I'm taking notes. It's like, I'm gonna take these notes and then I'm gonna compare these notes to my files. It's like I feel like he has some sort of files. So he's definitely gathering the things he needs to ensure that this is a good fight he puts up in court. When I get the Six of Wands facing that card, which is a card of overcoming obstacles connected to finances, financial security. It could be financial resources in any way, shape, or form. So, I mean, I get the Ten of Cups connected to communication and the mind. He definitely also has his support and supporters. I feel like he has people that can vouch for him in some way, shape, or form, or that will possibly testify for him, or that will pull strings for him in some way, shape, or form. But then I get the Eight of Swords connected to emotions, family, home. He's a little anxious. There's a little bit of fear over maybe certain situations connected to the past, particularly because the numerology 8 is connected to the past. All right. Speaking of the past, we get the Five of Swords also connected to confidence, purpose, self expression. Five of Swords is miscommunications, misunderstandings. It can be also disagreements. You know, and I think this was brought up in the documentary as well. I think one of the things that he really may kind of have going against him, I get the energy that he definitely could be verbally abusive. All right. The Old Boy Club Network, exactly. Hi, Bella. Oh, you missed the morning show? Yeah, I might bring the morning show back. We'll see. We'll see. I do like being with you all in the morning. I do like that we're on so early this morning. I love that. Okay, so yeah, I get with this card showing up, I definitely get the energy that with Dan Schneider, the one thing he has going against him with this lawsuit is I definitely get the energy that he was verbally abusive, and there may be evidence for that. All right. I get the Four of Wands connected to work, job, daily routine. Four in numerology, once again, can be connected to a social network of people, a social group of some sort. So he's pulling his people together. He's pulling his teams together. He's calling the people, the thing that they do, I need a favor, like he's doing that thing that they do, when they pull the strings, that they need to pull and, get the favors that they need to get, in order to get a certain outcome. I get the Two of Cups connected to one-on-one relationships, business partnerships. And then the Lover's card connected to endings, change, evolution, growth. So there's some sort of connection he's going to have with someone that could create a positive outcome in some way, shape, or form. I'm wondering if he could actually win this lawsuit. That might be the next question we ask. I don't know, though, because I get the Three of Swords, which is connected to heartbreak. Whatever is the outcome of this lawsuit, it's going to come with sacrifice on his end, irregardless. So with the lawsuit coming out, there could be some truths that come out that he has to fess up to, probably most likely as well. All right. The Judgment card shows up connected to patience, career, professional destiny, status in society. I'm wondering if he also will continue working. If he tries it, I hope Amanda Bynes finally steps forward and puts his ass to rest. Child, you and me both. If there's anyone I want justice for from that documentary, child, I want justice for Amanda Bynes and I want justice for Drake Bell. Specifically those two. All right. I get the King of Swords. And I get the Tower card as the last card. It's not looking good for Dan Schneider. There's going to be some secrets that come out. The Tower card shows up in a position of secrets, life behind closed doors. There's going to be something that comes out that is going to be damning. So while he may get some small victories, the Tower card, the Tower card does show up possibly around the new year, maybe. This could show up around maybe February or March of 2025. Or this could be any time within probably 12 to 16 maybe weeks or months. All right. That could be 12 to 16 weeks, 12 to 16 months as well. You know why I think I'm wired? I'm wired. I think I'm wired because I've been up since 5 a.m., child. And I had a reading this morning to do. for a client, I think in Asia. I don't know. These readings have been y'all's readings have been inspiring me lately. Y'all's personal readings. Love it. All right. Well, the Tower card kind of like ruined the question I have, which was, will he win in court? At this point, I don't care if he wins in court because the Tower card showed up. So, what's the next question? Well, let's ask this. Will Amanda Bynes ever speak out against Dan Schneider? Let's ask that question. Will Amanda Bynes ever speak out against Dan Schneider? Will Amanda Bynes ever speak out against Dan Schneider? Eight of Swords. There's some fear here. There's definitely some things she could say, though. Don't get it twisted. Like, just because she's not speaking doesn't mean she doesn't not. Just because she's not speaking does not mean she does not have a story. There's something in. And see, this is apropos for what just happened for me now with someone else. There's a certain way you have to move when it comes to certain things in life. And sometimes the best thing you can do is to not talk, is to not say anything. Maybe until the time is right. Now, it's interesting because in numerology, the number 8 deals with time. I will say the number 8 deals with karma, can deal with the past and things of this nature. But maybe the timing isn't right for Amanda to say something. Maybe that's the issue, part of the issue here. Maybe the timing just isn't right. There's a time and place for everything. Remember that. Four of Cups shows up. Four of Cups shows up. Connected to money, resources. There's something about her speaking out about Dan Schneider that also, like, I don't know if it's like calling out Dan Schneider also calls out other people that maybe she doesn't want to call out, or calling out Dan Schneider could get her in trouble with other people in some way, shape, or form. Because it's not, for Amanda Bynes in particular, it's not just Dan Schneider. And I don't know what I fully mean by that, but I feel like for Amanda Bynes, it's not just Dan Schneider. Huh. Hmm. A lot of contemplation cards. Four of Swords is a card of contemplation. Once again, 4 in numerology, though, is a card of like a social group, a group of people, being amongst a group of people. One of you said something earlier. Who was it that said in the chat something about Amanda thought she was one of the big dogs, or one of the older men? Because you might have been on to something when you said that. And I think that's what it comes down to. It's like the old boys club. You know, if you want to be a part of the old boys club, then you're kind of sworn to secrecy, right? The issue with the old boys club and things of that nature is that when one goes down, does that one bring other people with them? Child. I get the strength card though, connected to emotions, family, home energy. The strength card is how one expresses their emotional reactions, how one processes their emotions. You know what? I think she's trying to process her emotions when it comes to whatever she went through with Dan the best she can. And I think that's why she's doing the nail licensing tech thing that someone mentioned in the comment section. I think a couple years ago she was exploring doing a clothing line or something like that. Wasn't she studying at like NYU? I think she's trying to find herself and like deal with this emotional debris of the Dan Schneider years. Hold on, Kirsten says, "I love when you do these in the morning because I'm at work and I can listen to the tea while I'm typing." Yes, Kirsten. Kirsten says, "I really wonder how his wife feels about this. Does she already know? Hold on. Does she already know, or is she learning with all of us?" That's a good question, child. You mean Dan Schneider's wife? Huh. Maybe that's the next question we'll ask. Did the wife know? Did the wife know? And I don't know who his wife is. I'm gonna have to look up his wife really quickly. All right, focus, focus. I get the Knight of Pentacles showing up here. The Knight of Pentacles. Now, this could be Amanda actually. Do you guys know what Amanda's zodiac sign is? Because the Knight would be someone, particularly age-wise, around the ages of mid-20s to late 40s or early 50s. At the most, is a Knight for me. A Knight in this position could be a Capricorn, Virgo, Taurus, or Leo. Then I get a Knight of Wands, who could be a Leo, Aries, Sagittarius, or Virgo person, facing the Magician card. Ciao. The Magician card shows up in the position of one-on-one relationships, marriage, business partnerships. Is Amanda Bynes ever going to speak out about Dan Schneider was the question. I don't know. Let's see. I get the Nine of Pentacles. You know what I wonder? Is she still connected to Dan Schneider? In a way. Like, are they possibly still on friendly terms in some way? She's an Aries girl. Yes, unfortunately, more money makes people do crazy things. Child, child, child. You said a word, honey. Right there, Kirsten. Money makes people do crazy things, honey. So, okay, the wife is an Aries. And how old is the wife? Is the wife younger? Y'all gonna make me look the wife up. Let me look her up real quick. Let's see. Let's look together. Dan Schneider wife. Lisa Lillian. Oh, they met at Nickelodeon in the 1990s and they've been married since 2002. Okay, Lisa. So this is Lisa Lillian. She's very pretty. Can you guys see? Well, I don't know if you can see. Probably not. But that's Lisa, child. Okay, we'll ask about Lisa. I'm wondering though, are Amanda and Dan still connected? Possibly. Oh, Amanda's the Aries. Oh, okay. Amanda's an Aries. Okay. So then this could be Amanda then. But I'm wondering who is this then? Huh. I got a Page of Swords showing up. The question was, will Amanda ever speak out about Dan Schneider? I don't know, you guys. I'm wondering, let me ask, are they still connected? The magician card showing up connected to one-on-one relationships. I don't know. Let's see. Are Amanda Bynes and Dan Schneider still connected? Are they still on friendly terms? What's going on with that energy between Amanda Bynes and Dan Schneider? Give us some clarity and insight, Spirit. The Knight of Swords shows up. Libra, Gemini, Aquarius, or Aries person. So this would be Amanda. All right. Celestial Earth Goddess did say she's an Aries. Let me just double check. I trust Celestial Earth Goddess, but I mean, Amanda Bynes, Zodiac. Sometimes some of y'all be saying some stuff, and then y'all be having me looking crazy in the comment section, because the comment people be like, wait, that's not true. You need to look the information up. How you gonna be a psychic and not know this and that? I ain't got time for that. I get the Knight of Swords facing the Moon card. Now the question was, once again, are Amanda Bynes and Dan Schneider still connected in some way? The Moon card is a card of uncertainty. It can be a card of secrets connected to money, finances, and one sense of stability. You know, you guys, I love Amanda, right? I feel like she needs a support group to help her. She's been fractured spiritually and needs to put those pieces back together. I agree, Tina. I actually love that. I love that. And I love Amanda, but and she did have the Amanda show, and for a while she did have a successful acting, career in movies, in the early 2000s, and then she did have her own show. She had the Amanda show on Nickelodeon, and then she had another show called, was it called What I Like About You? Is that you really know how to dance when you go up, down, jump around, talk about a true romance. Yeah, I love that song. I love that show, but I love that song too. Okay, so my point with all that is, I'm wondering how financially well off Amanda really is, or is not. And if that's the case, who would she go to for support when needed? Because we already know that there may be some alleged issues with Amanda and her parents or her father. So who would be the father figure in this case? Would it be Dan? I mean, I definitely wouldn't want Dan as a father figure, but for Amanda, I mean, maybe that's all she knows. I just have some concerns over her stability. From what I can see, Dan and his wife are both Capricorns. Yeah, I remember that show. They're both Capricorns, really? Well, I don't claim them as a fellow Capricorn. All right. I get the Wheel of Fortune. The question is, you guys, are Amanda Bynes and Dan Schneider still connected? My answer is it's possible that they are still connected. Now, why do I say that? Because the Wheel of Fortune shows up in the position of communication, intellect, and the mind. And so the previous question before this was, will Amanda Bynes ever speak out against Dan Schneider? The answer might be no, and now we know why, because they're still possibly connected in some way. Could this be like a Stockholm Syndrome kind of vibe or energy? The Justice card shows up, though. The Justice card does show up connected to home, family, emotional energy. The Justice card does speak of balancing things, bringing truth to light, fairness. Could be documented events in some way, shape, or form. I get the Ace of Pentacles. Are they still connected, you guys? Are Dan Schneider and Amanda Bynes still connected? Beast cards are telling a story that it's possible that they are still connected in some way. The Ace of Pentacles shows up, which is a offer of finances, a door opening in some way, shape, or form, an opportunity. All right, connected to stability or resources. The Seven of Swords shows up connected to work. If they are connected, I don't think it's like a consistent thing. I don't think it's like a regular thing. I don't think they're spending holidays together. But it could be one of those things where it's like maybe they do reach out every now and then, right? I don't know. Maybe there's some pulling the strings for Amanda behind the scenes, right? But then I get the Five of Pentacles connected to change, evolution, growth. The Judgment card. The Five of Swords, connected to secrecy, life behind closed doors, a need for privacy or solitude. But the Judgment card shows up connected to support, social groups, social networking. I'm going to say it is possible, believe it or not, that Amanda Bynes and Dan Schneider could still be connected or on some sort of terms, speaking terms. Although with the Five of Swords showing up as the last card, there's something about the dynamic that has definitely shifted or changed. And I get the energy that it's almost like due to Amanda more so than anything and the way she remembers things, or it could be due to some sort of, like someone said, mental break or spiritual uh infrastructure break or whatever. What did the person say that was usual? Because you worded it perfectly. What did the person say again? She's been fractured spiritually. That's what it is. I could have heard in an interview she could be bound by contract not to say anything. Yeah, as the fellow Capricorn, I would be. Yeah, we don't claim Dan Schneider or his wife at all. Okay, so she could be bound by contract. That could make sense because I get the sense that they're like still connected. But what type of contract though? But now that you say that, because I get an offer here. And remember, the first question was about Dan, and I was what was the first question I asked? What was going to be the outcome for Dan? And remember, the first card that came out was the Eight of Pentacles, which I think I said something along the lines of he's already getting his ducks in a row. What if paying off Amanda Bynes and silencing her, binding her by contract, possibly, theoretically, maybe was a part of him getting his ducks in a row? Because there's definitely some sort of financial connection, all right, in terms of them possibly still being connected. We've got the Ace of Pentacles showing up. We've got the Ace of Pentacles connected to childhood memories, now that I think about it. Child. But then we've got the Knight of Swords here, the Aries or Libra, Gemini, Aquarius person, who we know as Amanda Bynes. This Knight of Swords also fits the age of Amanda Bynes, facing the Moon card, which is connected to money. Which is also facing the Wheel of Fortune, or connected to the Wheel of Fortune, connected to communication. So I don't know, y'all. I get that they could be connected, but not in the way that we think. Like, I don't think they're buddy buddy. Allegedly, he got her. I did hear about that. Allegedly, I also heard that about what's her name, Britney Spears' sister, Jamie Lynn. Ooh, child. All right, so we had another question. I think we had one last question. Oh, the wife. Did the wife know? Did the wife know who was a Capricorn? And now I'm thinking, could this be the wife right here too? All right, did the wife know? And then we will end this video. Thank you all for being here and joining me this morning. I had a lot of fun with you all. It's always a good time to chat and kiki with you guys and girls. All right, guys and gals, child. Did Dan Schneider's wife Lisa know about his scandals? Did the wife Lisa know? Once again, make sure you all like the video, subscribe. Thank you all so much for your support. Did the wife Lisa know about Dan Schneider and his scandals? The Sun card right off the bat. Did the wife know? Yes. Did Dan Schneider's wife know about Dan Schneider and his proclivities? The answer is yes. The Sun card is my number one yes card. Child. I mean, I don't need to pull any more of the spread, but it'll be interesting to see what else comes out. There could have been some heartbreak with the Three of Swords coming out. I wonder if there are also maybe were talks of divorce or something like that as well at some point. Um, but there's definitely a heartbreak. She knew, and it's almost like it did cause heartbreak. It caused emotional disturbance with her. All right, the wife. But I get that the wife did know. I'm gonna say allegedly, but I definitely get that the wife did know. You know, I get the Nine of Pentacles connected to marriage, one-on-one relationship. So she knew, but maybe she stayed because she was paid off as well. Who said in the chat money makes people do crazy things? Child. Page of Cups. Do they have children? Do they have children? I'm wondering, do they have children? Let me see here. Does she have children? The Magician card. The Magician card is a card of manipulation. It shows up in a position of secrecy. She knew. She knew. The wife knew. Now, I'm wondering, do they have children, though? Let's see. I don't see anything about children. Does Dan Schneider have a wife? Lisa Lillian. Lisa Lillian. Children. Schneider and Lillian don't share any children together, but they are parents to their dog, Lolly. Huh. Interesting. So they don't have any children, but they do have a dog together, child. I mean, dogs can be children, pets can be children. Y'all know I love my babies, alright? Alright, I guess we should pull a final card for Dan Schneider. Let's go ahead and see what the final card is for Dan, child. If you have not checked out my Michael Jackson past life reading, I say this because I'm pulling from one of my past life decks I used in that reading. Definitely check it out. It was a really good, insightful reading, and if you've never seen what a past life reading looks like, at least with me, that gives you a good clue into what a past life reading would look like, what you can expect. All right. All right. Oh, okay. Just right off the bat, didn't need to do much work for that. Thank you, Spirit. This card just flew out. I love when that happens. You know what, though? I think I want to read from the book. I do like the book in this deck. The Hedonist card came out, child. Hedonist came out. Oh, actually, there's more than one, I realized, but I'm just going to take the one on the top. The Hedonist card. Hedonist. It says the light attributes of the hedonist are inspires creative energy to embrace the good things in life, celebrates the beauty in yourself. The shadow attributes are pursues pleasures to the detriment of health, indulges at the expense of others. That definitely sounds like Dan. Indulging at the expense of others. All them feet videos and feet bits that they would do on I guess Victorious and Nickelodeon, all that, just all the Nickelodeon child. Hedonist. Hedonist, also called the bon vivant, the chef, the gourmet, the gourmand, the sybarite, and the mystic. The hedonist displays an appetite for pleasures in life, from good food and wine to sex and sensuality. So he likes to indulge, huh? The challenge for the hedonist challenges the archetypal fear of being seduced and losing control. So that tells me that at some point, it's most likely that Dan Schneider may have been abused when he was young. Now, is it right for allegedly, I'll say. Now, if that's the case, is it right for an abuser to become Is it right for someone who was abused to become an abuser? Not at all. But when you go through something like that, you have to look at how do you deal with that? Do you ever deal with that? I'm wondering, did Dan ever deal with whatever he went through? Whatever, type of abuse it may have been. Hedonist, it says, parallels the search for spiritual transformation. The shadow hedonist manifests as pursuing pleasures without regard for other people or one's own health and well-being. It says, look for lifelong patterns of pleasurable indulgence, either as an end in itself or as an attempt to reach transcendent states. So at the end of the day, this all comes down to Dan Schneider not being able to control his gluttonous behaviors, his indulgences. But when allegedly one of your indulgences is children's feet, allegedly, you need to look at some deeper issues you've got going on there. All right, you guys. Well, we will end the video here. Thank you so much for listening and watching. Dan, we will be keeping an eye on the situation. And once again, Amanda and Drake Bell, we wish you all love and light so much. And thank you all for listening and watching. If there's anything you want me to read on, let me know in the comment section below. I will be doing personal readings. But I might come back later. We'll see. Of course, I've always got some things up my sleeve. You never know what I'm going to do next. But I will see you all in the next video. Thank you all so much for your support, your love and light. And I'll see you in your own personal reading, or I will catch you in the next video. Either way, I will see you soon. Bye, everyone. Be blessed. Stay encouraged. And never let a hater bring you down or stop your show. Bye, everyone. Psychic with a T, the psychic with the T, that's me, that's me. The one with the T, the one with the T, that's me, that's me. When the planets align, spirit speaks on time, that's me, that's me. When the planets align, spirit speaks on time, that's me, that's me. When the trolls be gone, candle work be strong, that's me, that's me. When the trolls be gone, candle work be strong, that's me, that's me. I don't care what the others say, let's channel some energy today. I don't care what the others say, let's channel some energy today. Capricorn, Virgo, Libra strong, this tarot card reading about to be long. Capricorn, Virgo, Libra strong, this tarot card reading about to be long. Psychic with a T, the psychic with the T, that's me, that's me. The one with the T, the one with the T, that's me, that's me. When the planets align, spirit speaks on time, that's me, that's me. When the planets align, spirit speaks on time, that's me, that's me. When the trolls be gone, candle work be strong, that's me, that's me. When the trolls be gone, candle work be strong, that's me, that's me.